Sometimes you just like shopping in certain places, so much so that you'll keep going back there. And Liverpool like shopping at Southampton. They like it a lot. On January 1st, Virgil van Dijk will become the 8th player they've signed from the Saints in the Premier League era, with 6 of those coming in the last 3.5 years. On Wednesday it was announced that Van Dijk will join the Reds when the transfer window opens for a staggering £75 meters, a world record fee for a defender. Some of the players who made the journey from Southampton to Liverpool proved to be more successful than others, but almost all of them came in for a lot more money than the Saints paid for them. Because while the Reds like signing players from the Saints, they also like doing so at a considerable markup in price. In fact, if you remove the former Wales goalkeeper Paul Jones, who moved to Anfield from the Saints on an emergency loan deal in 2003, then Liverpool have always been forced to pay considerably more for the same signing than Southampton did. 7 times. All of which begs the question, wouldn't they have been better off making these signings before they'd made the move south? Well, yes. Obviously. Here's how the difference stacks up. The giant forward set a trend when he left relegated Southampton for Rafael Benitez's European champions in 2005, and he proved a popular figure at Anfield despite only staying for 3 years. The term fairy tale move was all the rage in the summer of 2014, when Ricky Lambert managed to find his way back to his boyhood club Liverpool some 17 years after he'd been released as a teenager. We'll just gloss over what happened when he was there. There can be little doubt now that Adam Lallana has been a terrific signing for Liverpool, and his return from injury has been welcomed by the club's fans as though he's a new signing. All of which makes that compensation fee seem worth it for the Saints. There have been more than a few times when the decision to pay £20 meters for Lovren looked more than a little crazy, but clearly the Croatian is a player that Jurgen Klopp likes, and he continues to be a key part of Liverpool's Champions League chasing defence. 3 seasons of Premier League consistency at Southampton were enough to make Klein appeal to Brendan Rodgers, and he would prove to be one of the Northern Irishman's final Liverpool signings when he snapped him up in the summer of 2015. As with Lallana, you won't find many people claiming that Liverpool overspent on Sadio Mane after his excellent first season at the club, but if they'd have spotted his talent sooner then they could have ended up saving 2/3 of what they paid for him. Liverpool could have saved themselves a huge £140.7 meters if only they'd snapped up their transfer targets before Southampton got there, with the Saints paying a rather measly £36.8 meters for the same 6 players. Players mature at different rates, of course, and it might be that Liverpool didn't even want them when Southampton were signing them, but maybe it'd just be cheaper for the Reds to sign the Saints scouts instead.